What else do we want to put on the list? There's an obvious one. People, crowds. Let's people. We can break that into two brackets, but crowds,
Which do you want?
crowds. You're becoming so sensitive to crowds and people, and you say to yourself, "Oh, I'm a loner." No, you're not. You're just sensitive, and crowds have a huge feeling to them. What do? Well, you could take a walk in nature or feel into it. Now, it's a little overwhelming at first because there's a lot of energy in that, but feel into that crowd. Feel into how disgusting maybe it is, how beautiful it can be. Feel into the unity of that crowd of people. Feel into the very sheep-like quality of it. And without making judgments, but feel into those people. It's going to be harder and harder for a while to be around crowds. And a lot of you used to be kind of, I would call social people. And then somewhere along the line with your sensitivity, you got de-socialized. So just feel into them. The beauty in crowds or even individual people, the beauty is you're looking, you're feeling, you're going to be aware into their hearts, into their hearts. There's not going to be that separation, that big wall between you and them anymore. You're not going to have to wonder about what they're thinking or feeling. And I'm not talking about being psychic and reading their mind. You're going to be able to feel that person, their life, their journey, even if they're still asleep, their beauty that they have, even the most despicable humans have such a beauty to them. They're on a journey, they're different than you. You might find it difficult to be around them for a long time, but you start recognizing the soul to soul connection, realization, not the old namaste kind of surface, makyo kind of stuff, but the real person and soul behind that face and that body. You're becoming more sensitive. Yes,
Are
dear.
you saying us that we'll somehow be able to tolerate despicable, insensitive people?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Because well, here's why. Because because you've been a despicable person.
Bada boom.
Bada boom is right. No, you'll have such an empathy and a compassion without feeling sorry for them,
Oh.
without feeling the need to start preaching and waking them up and all the rest of that. Your new your new sensitivity will allow you to simply be in their presence, get their whole, what you call story,
Mm.
but not a linear story, their whole beingness like that. Not as judgments, but as awareness. You'll understand at such a level that you won't feel sorry for the person sleeping on the streets at night. You'll honor them. You'll have such an appreciation of anyone with any physical handicap. You'll stop feeling painful around them, if you know what I mean. Stop feeling embarrassed or guilty around them. You will honor them in such a deep way. That's the sensitivity. But you're at that in between, being like, I can't stand crowds. I don't like people. I'm a loner. And suddenly being the great empathetic being that you are.